Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, and once again the KV-122, and we're down a tier, this time 2 tiers. Kind of a nifty little game in the KV-122. Talking a little bit about decision-making bottom tier or down a tier, how to be careful in the game but still contribute, pay attention to where everybody deploys, etc., etc. So I'm already not liking what I'm seeing. My initial idea here is I'm going to go support the 705, and he's probably going to fight in the north, but as you can see, that is not his idea. So what we got to do in these situations is instead of jamming the square peg into the round hole and go, well, I'll just go down there because someone has to, there's just no support. Now, if a couple of us went down there, a couple, 3, 4, maybe a couple lower tiers, some kind of support. But I'm just figuring I'm going to run into some of their heavies. You know, the M451, the T65, T26E5, maybe some support, maybe several of the tier 7. So you know what? We're just going to hang out here. Now, why here? Well, because if I go past this point into this area, I won't get out. If I get pushed around this corner, I can't run away. There's crossfire from up here if they do happen to get the hill, which they don't at the moment, or potentially from across, maybe from the city as well. So I'm stuck right in this little area right here, just hating life. So I'm going to have to try to pay attention to them coming around these corners, and they're going to have a hard time pushing in right here. This is actually a really good defensive position. You can pull back behind this building. You can isolate yourself from shots from the middle right here, which will become a factor here in a minute, and I'll just support anyone. The Super Hellcat and AT7 are coming over. All right, so we have some capability. I don't go over to the TD hills over here because I'm running this big 122. It's very derpy. And I don't go to the middle because I really don't find the middle to be extremely useful unless you can really push up on the hill. And you can't push up on the hill until something is done about the snipers. There you go. A lot going on in this map. So we'll hang out here initially and just let things sort of develop and figure out what we're going to do. It's going to take a little while, timing-wise. It's always something to keep in mind. Going to take a little while for, if there is a heavy coming this way, for them to show up. And as they kind of push through these buildings and don't get lit, they'll start looking around. They'll do things like this 25Ts, getting them some intel. He doesn't say anything. He'll be talking about it potentially, or his team will see it. He takes a hit, which is nice. And about now, I can start thinking about, as I've got that timer in my head about how fast a heavy is, somewhere in here I should start seeing if they're being aggressive enough to push the heavy or whatever might be down here pushing around a corner and taking a peek. Not happening, so maybe they're being a little more careful. The 25T did take hits. Standard B dies. That is not good. So we've lost our scout, one of them. Our only scout, actually, other than the Barask and the 25T. And the Standard B at tier 9. So that's not good. All right, our bat chat goes down, and he actually finds them. Actually, I spot that guy. We'll back out of this a little bit, and if he actually comes around and gives me some side armor, we'll take a little stab at him, and that works out. Now we're going to courtesy back up. That worked out for me. A little bit of a double bushing, I think, based on the tree right there. It's a little tricky for me to use. I'm going to find out right here that my terrible gun depression is hurting me. Even this slight slope is bringing my gun up. I just missed that shot. He gets by. Good news is our 25T is right there. This guy's going to come in and push him. And I'm like, all right, yeah, go for it, man. Come around the corner. Give me another 390 hit points. I'm watching the south. I'm not liking what's going on down in the south. It's just an IS-6. The charioteer is running away. Now this guy's moving up. I don't pickle that off because there's no reason to. It's just going to bounce. Let's see if he gives me a side shot of some kind. There's where I'm starting to learn that my gun depression is going to be a bit of an issue in this position right here. I'm wiggling around trying to find a way to get shots here. 25Ts are facing off. They got the stare down going on. The M451's thinking about it. He really can't come up too high because we really do own that hill up there, which is nice. Sort of keeping him honest. Clearly the Hellcat was seen, so he takes an artillery shot. That guy doesn't come up high enough. Keeping an eye on everything else. The IS-6 hasn't been pushed out yet. You know, if they wrap around the corner in the south, we're in trouble, because once I get lit over here, they'll start shooting me from the side. They'll get up behind us. They'll take the arty out. Nothing good will happen there, so I'm just kind of paying attention. The 705 is just sitting up there on the hill. Would have been really nice if he was down here. M451 wants to push. Just for everybody watching this, the enemy team is winning. If I was the M454, I don't think I would be pushing. It's just too early. Those guys really wanted to chase away. Leo goes down. They really wanted to chase away the Bat Chat. They got it, but they lost some hit points doing it. And that's what I was talking about, how nice this little defensive position is. It's very difficult if you've got a couple guns in here. And the Bat Chat's doing a solid job. Unfortunately, this guy shows up and I'm not paying attention. And now the Bat Chat makes a runner. I don't notice this at the time in the game, but look where the IS-6 is. He's actually bailed out from over there. He has no support. So he's run off. And it takes me a while to kind of notice what's going on down in the south down there. For the moment, though, I don't have any great options. We're going to try to shoot him right in the side. Very nice. We got a high roll out of that, too. So we dropped 438 on that guy. That's a Tier 7 that just dropped 438 on a Tier 9. When that 390 works, it works really nicely. T-26 hits the Bat Chat. He's a thorn in our side. It'd be really nice to get rid of that guy. All right, Caro's moving it. All right, so they've got another guy. I see the Bat Chat bail out, and now is when I'm starting to think about, wait a minute, what is going on here? The south is not looking good. I'm getting pushed here. I'm going to prioritize this dude, put a shot on him. Try to back out of this. Thank goodness the T-26 misses. Oh, okay, that's not good. And that's the kicker right there, right? Now I know that this TD hill down here at J6 is unattended. This is not good. This is what I'm talking about. These are shots across on us. Every time we get lit, they're going to start shredding us from this hill over here. So I say, well, oh, IS-6, I thought you were over there. Nope, he's come over here. The T-25, the Bat Chat 25T AP went over there. Okay, great. I'm hoping not to get lit doing this. So now I'm going to go over to this corner. We got 1,500 damage. This is the old someone has to do it. And you don't always want to roll with the someone has to do it. But in this point, it's extremely important that somebody gets around to this corner and tries to either slow these guys down or maul them. So we'll push up here. I know this corner's here. It's a great side scrape corner. It's not very supported because I don't have anybody here. I did notice the Bat Chat was around, so I'm hoping that he sort of pays attention. I get the armor not hit. That sucked. Somebody else shot. Noted. All right, there's at least two there. I know I got hit by the other TD, the T-34 2G. And I'm thinking, you know what? If there's a lot of them here, I'm going to get pushed. So I was going to back out, and then I said, well, someone's got to keep eyes on them. A lot of times it's good to disengage. Problem with disengaging and disappearing is they also get to disappear. Well, that was a bummer. We'll push in. Ooh, okay, shoot. Su-152. All right, so now I know there's a Su-152, there's a T-27, and there's that WZ thing. So there's at least 3 of them right there. Now the IS-6 is sort of moving back this way. The IS-6 makes a really interesting decision here, which I decline to follow up on. I know there's 3 of them in there. I'm kind of wondering where the 152 is. I'm very surprised I'm not seeing him. I'm wondering if he's just sitting there or what's going on. An old kill switch just pushes in. He just takes his IS-6 armor and says, I'm heading in. Also, he doesn't take a hit, so that kind of surprises me. It makes me figure that maybe there's nothing there. I'm going to wait for this guy. Oh, a little bit early. Went a little early. I think I probably had a good shot on him. But the Bat Chat came to support. Okay, great. We got something going on now. But the IS-6 makes a really terrible decision now. And he just pushes in. T-27, he does light the guy. Thinking, uh-oh, that's not good. Now there's a UDES 14.5 there. We're going to let this completely zoom. Get that shot. Get rid of that guy. Didn't get me lit. That's nice. Long reload. We'll wait. He backs out. 14.5's doing his thing. And now the kill switch is in there. Problem with that position is the Arty, right? The Arty's just going to keep picking at him. These guys are going to have shots. That shot went nowhere. Our Arty's helping out a little bit. And down that guy goes. And that's unfortunate. They're all backing out. And that it's interesting that that Su-152 was just popping up over that ridge shooting me, and I wasn't seeing him. If you notice on the spotting rings, he's just outside of my ability to see him. So his little bit of camo, plus at the edge of the rings, he can get slightly inside there, and I can't see him. But things are going okay. We're up to 1958. But now it's me, right? The bat chat's sort of in the middle, so I know he's kind of got eyes on. If they cross the open area, then he should be able to support me. The 705 is still sitting up there. I guess he's sniping at them from where he is, potentially. The RHM and the Caro are in the north, and that's all of them, right? I've got the Sioux, I've got the Skoda, and the Udez over here. We'll just take a stab in there. Waste of a gold round, I think. Or unless I switched, I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention if I'd done that or not. I was kind of curious. One of the reasons I did that is I shot where the Su-152 was, just in case I can hit him. Also, I was curious if it was going to get me spotted. This is back to the disengagement thing. It's nice to disengage and disappear, but they disappear as well. So I keep doing the old poke here, and that's lucky, but I'll take it. And you miss that shot if you don't take it. I want to know what they're doing, and that was a great example. I keep kind of side-scraping out carefully, looking around. Are they pushing me? I want to know where they are. Can I get them lit for somebody else? Now, he's moved across to the other side. I'm going to make a mistake here in a moment. Now I decide to back out. Because he got to there, that makes me start to think the Udez and the Skoda are going to push me. If the Udez and the Skoda push me, they get me. He got over there without the bat chat seeing him, but I don't think he comes around the corner without the bat chat seeing him. So we'll just back out for a minute. And this is the mistake. I'm going to start to get a little bit aggressive after I side scrape here to just take a peek. I thought this was fine. We'll take a look. Anything going on? Nobody there. Okay. Well, let's see if we can surprise one by changing position. Just watching for a minute. We got a good push going on in the north, so that's keeping them busy. I'm kind of thinking maybe that push in the middle is going to pull them back. We'll find out if that's true here in just a moment. I see the bat chat start to move. There's the Udez. Now I make my move. Unfortunately, the bat chat walks into this whole thing. Udez is doing his thing. And I'm thinking, oh, this would be great. Let's just put some damage on the Udez. Nope, we'll hit his gun. Should I back out? Nope, don't want to do that. We'll push into here. So I'm hold down. Some damage goes on to the Udez. I don't realize I'm as exposed here. I thought I was really hold down based on that ridge, but look at his height. Look how much of my tank is exposed, because I can see so much ground between that tank and that ridge in front of me. That means a significant amount of my tank is exposed. So I am not really protecting myself here. We take a shot, and now I've got to go to this cover. And unfortunately, I've now exposed myself to the 155. I was really expecting when they killed the bat chat that the Udez and the Skoda would just push in, potentially followed up by the Su-152 and take me out. So I'm really bumming right now. I know I can't cross back over without getting killed. I'm in big trouble as they come in here. So we're just going to hang out here, and potentially this guy will do something like this. He doesn't see me. There we go. Oh, armor not hit. That's not good. I take a hit from him. I have one more shot to give that guy. He gets stunned. That's going to slow down his reload. That helps me get reloaded. We hit him, light him on fire. Lucky. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Sometimes you just got to hold the position you're in, do the best you can. Good things will eventually happen if you shoot enough. Never really thought of it that way, actually. That's a good way to look at it. More shots are better than less shots. And if you want good RNG to happen, take lots of shots, because eventually something good will happen for you. Maybe that's a new mantra that I have just maybe I've just stumbled upon a new secret of World of Tanks. In order to get good events in RNG, shoot a lot, because eventually something good will happen. I don't get another shot. This guy is way over on the other side. We end up with 3,655. There actually might be a little more damage in there. 885 assists, so over 4,000 combined in a Tier 7. Bottom tier in a Tier 9 battle. Initial assessment is I wanted to go north. Nobody went there, so I don't go sacrifice myself just to go there. I find a decent spot far enough up that I can watch as they turn the corner, but not so far I get overextended, and also allows me to get away. If you push north past where I was, you're stuck there, especially if they own any kind of the middle. If you have enough power, that's fine, doesn't matter, but we didn't. Watched the south, kind of watched what was going on, lost track of it for a moment, and then went, oh crap, ran back down to the south, and instead of pushing across and trying to get over to the sniper here where I know they had basically taken it, get to that corner, hold it, continue to try to make contact as best I can, as careful as I can with side scraping, taking shots of opportunity in there, declining to push in with the IS-6. He did help us because he got a few people damaged in there, but really he kind of threw his tank away at the end of the day. And then as they made a sort of tentative push towards me, I was able to beat that thing up. And slight mistake, as I saw the Bat Chat going in trying to support him, worked out for me, didn't quite get killed, and then a little bit of luck in there as well gets me a pretty good result. So there you go. More bottom tier, one tier down kind of thoughts. How to stay alive. Just the idea of staying alive. Plus I think the new mantra of if you want some good RNG in World of Tanks, keep firing. It will eventually happen. That's all I've got, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you.